Welcome to Let's Get To. Now here's your host, James Christopher.
Hey everybody, and welcome to another episode of Let's Get To Unboxed. We've got a great episode today with a really cool brand, and this is going to be the first of a series of videos because, as it turns out, on Black Friday and Cyber Monday, a lot of teams had a lot of great deals, and the way my credit card's set up, I can almost buy stuff without even knowing, which is part of the excuse that we're using. We came home, my wife and I, and there was just like the front porch filled with stuff. And I told her that, well, they were all gifts for her. I figured that's a problem I'll punt down the road about 9 days, and then we'll figure that out when Christmas Day comes. So before we get started, let's talk a little bit about who we're wearing. So I've got this amazing Christmas flannel that is baseballs wearing Santa hats from the website Baseballism. We'll put a link in the description of the episode. If you haven't seen Baseballism or been there, it's awesome. It's a lot of really classy looking baseball gear. So if you're not just into that with that sort of ballpark look, they've got a lot of great stuff. I ordered something else from them as well that'll be featured in our next episode. So again, we're going to have a bunch of episodes kind of coming out about every other day. So if you love the episodes, like I know some of you have, if you don't, just think about the dialogue between Hans Gruber and John McClane in the greatest Christmas movie ever, Die Hard. It was after he shot Ellis, and then we learned that John McClane didn't really know Ellis, and Hans said, eventually we will get to someone you care about. So mission accomplished. We have mentioned the fact that Die Hard is a Christmas movie on this episode coming out about 9 days before Christmas. So let's get to the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. We had the Binghamton Rumble Ponies owner on the last episode of Let's Get To. Check it out. Great interview with John Hughes. And we were excited to see what came in our box. In honor of Christmas, I've changed our box opening device to be, it's this tiny meat cleaver, which maybe looks a little extreme, but it came in one of those summer sausage things that you get, you know, and it's like my favorite Christmas present ever. So it's a little dull, so I thought this could be a cool letter box opener for our unboxings. So here we go. And it works only slightly better. Almost, that was close. So was that. So let's see what we got. Okay, so first things first, I got this Binghamton Rumble Ponies crew. I really, really like it. I obviously don't have too much opportunity to wear a bunch of sweatshirts down here because of it's Texas. But I really liked the design of it. It had a real, and this is probably a bad example, but a real Ivy League kind of look to it. Simple, classy. I don't know, kind of just grabbed me in that sense. So really dug it. Big fan of the shirt, and I will definitely be wearing it after Christmas and up until February. So you'll actually probably see me wearing it in an unboxing video coming up. And now to the ball cap. Sometimes the cartoon logos don't work as well as they should, but all the different variants for the Rumble Ponies really do. And I like that this guy's ready not just to box, but he's also got a bat. So it's got a very outsider's vibe to the look. So for as much as a lot of times the new cartoony looking logos don't work as well, the detail's hard to see, I really think it works on this particular hat and on this particular brand. So that wraps us up for this episode of Let's Get To Unboxed. Thanks for watching. Check out the Rumble Ponies. Now, we picked the Rumble Ponies this week. Like I said, I had a stack of boxes on my porch. We picked them first because, if you listened to the last episode, John Hughes, the owner, was on the show talking about the fact that the Rumble Ponies were a surprise part of the list Major League Baseball put forward or was leaked, or whoever you believe, as a possible team to be contracted. We talked to John about it on the last episode of Let's Get To podcast. We had Congresswoman Lori Trahan on to talk about it. We can't emphasize enough how dangerous an idea this is when you look past the short term. We're using the hashtag Save Hometown Baseball for a reason, because it is hometown baseball. It is where baseball is born. These teams are important. They are important to the economy of these small towns. They are important to the sense of community in these small towns, and they're important to the morale of these small towns. Like John talked about, Binghamton has been dealt a couple of really tough economic blows by no fault of the community of Binghamton themselves. They're trying to dig themselves out of a hole, and one of the things they have to look forward to is their baseball team. It's important. It's not just dollars and cents. And if we chase it down like dollars and cents, the whole thing will fall apart, just like so many other areas of our country seem to be on the thread of doing it. So use the hashtag #SaveHometownBaseball. Get involved. If you've got a minor league team in your town, and you don't want to see them go away, because if they can do it to these on the list, they can do it to anybody. So anyway, thanks for watching. We'll be back in a couple of days with another episode. Until next time, let's get to